Yes, indeed. It's another day. Conversations in Crete. We got drama tonight with my cousin. I always do that. Cousin.
Yes, sweet Mama G.
And we have our special guest, Viv.
Vivine, yeah, or Viv.
Yes. Thank you for stopping through tonight. Oh, cousin got her shades on. Let me tell you the thing about the shades, Viv. She figures to wear shades when she feels as though I'm throwing shade at her. Okay. That's what the shade thing is. Okay. But it's all good.
I have my regular glasses. So.
Gotta get you some shades.
Yeah.
He's gonna try you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's all right. I want to thank everybody for showing up. And we're going to switch this theme out here in a second, actually. So we want to get the show started, and we're gonna have some fun. And the topic is she tossed her good man. Okay.
She
you handle that,
tossed
cousin? Yeah, she tossed her good man.
Get y'all mind right. Stop being nasty.
Oh, cousin. They being nasty, cuz.
You're being nasty. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
So, and this is how we do, y'all. Everybody, we do this every Friday at 9:30, but we had technical difficulties tonight. And it was crazy tonight.
because Baltimore in the house. Baltimore always got to get trouble.
Yeah, be more in his trouble.
That's what it is. Baltimore. Baltimore got to give trouble.
Hold on, Miss Ma'am. I had to throw the shades on you.
Yes, B More is in the building, and it's always trouble.
Throw them off. It don't matter to me. I said what I said.
Baltimore. You from Baltimore? Are you from Baltimore?
Baltimore. That's Baltimore is in the house. That's why you having technical difficulties.
Are you from Baltimore?
I'm from Jamaica, but I live in Baltimore for 45 years.
Oh, girl.
Ooh. Yeah, and then look at this. She a Baltimorean. Look.
I am Jamaican by birth, but I've been here since 1979.
All right.
See?
So I would say I'm a Baltimorean.
You might as well.
Be more in the building.
Yeah.
So, once again, we appreciate having you here, Viv, and we'll see what the what you think of the topics and you say what your input in this conversation. So once again, in the way I usually start it off every week, because matter of fact, you kick it off because you know what you got to do.
All right. Greetings and salutation in YouTube land and all over the world. Welcome to Street Tactics Radio channel on YouTube. We have conversation with Crete. We always start off with our mental health check from 1 through 5, 5 being your most fabulousness, 1, you need self-care. Please make sure you rate yourself. So get your minds right. I'm going to ask for your ratings. Make sure you put your ratings from 1 to 5, 5 being your best, in the chat. So we're going to get the ball started. So let's see who I want to choose. Miss Viv, give us how you on 1 through 5.
What you say again about what
give us your rating, your number from 1 to 5. 5 you being your most fabulousness, all the way down to you being 1 where you need some self-care, you need to get yourself together.
Oh no, I'm 5.
All right, girl, flush the hair
I'm
on
5 back. And alive.
All right.
5 and alive.
So, cause I don't know if you think you a 10 because you split yourself twice. So, Crete, how are you feeling on this lovely Friday evening at 10:45?
You just said it, a 5. 10:45, I'm a 5. Okay. I am a 5. I'm a 5 all day long. You hear that? A 5. So I'm feeling good. And make sure y'all who are live in the chat, make sure y'all comment with us. And we got to make sure we shout y'all out. And the only way we're going to be able to see y'all is when y'all in the chat here. So, Cuzzy, I told you I'm a 5. I'm good. I am straighter than 6 o'clock. Now, how about you? How about you, cuz? How are you feeling this week?
I'm just fine and fabulous.
Okay. You said you didn't get what I just said?
Not the straight at 6 o'clock now.
Okay, let's think on it.
Your hairline threw me off.
Oh, I'm sorry, cuz. I'm sorry I went to the barbershop this week.
I'm like,
last week I had the
you don't have your hat on like the Wednesday. You got your nice line up and you got your picture from you back in the Revolution days where he was in the back. That's Play Street action right there. Women's out here. Yes. So come on through. Make sure you all drop your 1 through 5. Good evening, Bayliner.
Good evening, Bayliner.
I'm gonna need you to get to a 5, Bayliner. Thank you so much for coming in, Bayliner. Thank you so much. So the topic is
she's a weekly supporter, by the way, Miss Viv, and we appreciate you
awesome.
coming in. Yes, and hold up, Miss J in the building. She's
a 5.
Miss J said she's a 5, and we appreciate that. We have Big Sis in the building. Hey, Big Sis.
Hey, cuz.
Yeah, we cutting up, and she said hello, guest, Miss Viv. And Baylana said she'll get there. So now this week, our topic is she tossed a good man away. Right? Y'all know how a lot of women out there in these streets, they forever telling you about, oh, I broke up with him. And never have a good, legit explanation. It's always something crazy. But then on a low key, they miss him.
They might miss the D, not necessarily down.
Amen.
That's it.
So with that being said, boy, do some women know how to screw up a good relationship. When I speak of this, I have to say it's a known fact that women are the leading gender for breakups. And when you ask these women, why did you break up? Why did you break up with your husband or your boyfriend? And it's the most dumbest and pettiest decision to break up the relationship that you can imagine. Now, have you guys ever experienced having this conversation with another woman and they give me some of the legit breakup excuses that you've heard? I'm gonna start off with you, cousin.
Why you guys start with me? I'm trying to be nice to the guests. Miss Guest, come on, Miss Viv.
I never had that conversation with nobody.
Really?
Okay.
I didn't know that there was any good men left.
Ooh.
Ah, yeah.
Ooh.
Nice one.
Honestly, I'm being honest.
Right.
If they do, they exist, I don't know where they at.
Okay.
I've never had that conversation ever.
Oh, okay.
Never in all of my life.
So, Miss Viv, can I get in your business? Because we're gonna get in your business since you come on the show. We in your business. So you're currently single?
No.
Oh, is it with another gender?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, girl. Go on. Okay. Put my back on. I'm being nosy.
So Miss Viv, so you never had all right, so you don't have any friends that had broken up with their significant other, whether it being, their husband or a boyfriend.
Yeah, I've had them breaking up with them, but not because they were a good man. I mean, they break up, yeah, but it's because they're broke, they don't have a job, or they're just worthless, or they're just lazy. They just want to stay at home and have the woman take care of them. And most of the times it's a woman that in the beginning when you meet a man, there are prerequisites that I think a woman should see beforehand. If you met him in a club, if you met him, with certain characteristics, that's what he's going to possess in the relationship. So you can't take him into a relationship with you and expect to change him. Everything that you met him with, as he is, drinking that Hennessy or that whatever he's drinking in the club and smoking whatever he's smoking. If you met him in the club, if you met him in the church, usually it's that as he is. If he's a street man, he's a street man. If he's a homebody, he's a homebody. If he's a work man, he's a work man. Whatever, however you met him as, that's how he's going to be. So you can't take him and then expect to change him. And that was when he was growing up. You know, you got to train the tree, and you can't take a tree and try to take it back and cut it down and try to train it the way you want to train it. You know.
So,
So
can I
however,
give you this? So can I give you this right here?
Amen.
Matt, I'm gonna give you another one.
Amen.
Because I agree with everything you just said. Because a lot of times I say stuff like that when women meet men. Don't try to make him. Don't look at him for his potential. Look at him for what he is right now.
you have to.
And that's where a lot of women get in trouble. So you have Simply 10 Art in the building, another weekly supporter. You want to read that, cousin?
I thought y'all was never
Jesus,
coming on.
his soul. I thought y'all was never coming on. We did too.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties, but we made it happen. Now,
y'all don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm gonna ask you the same question, and you heard the question.
Can you repeat the question for all our latecomers? Can you give the question and the topic, please?
Okay. The question is that can you give us a story of any of your friends, or they don't even have to be a friend, but someone you've spoken with that has had a breakup, whether from a husband or from a friend? And what was the excuse? Shout outs to Me D in the building, another weekly supporter. Thank you for showing up. Go ahead.
So we can ready to get X-rated. So, because I told y'all when I get late, I get sleepy. I get my mind right. So I had to sit back. So most of the times we already know, like we said, that they're not a potentially good mate, but you go deal with them anyway. For whatever reason, we as women decide to go in and just test the waters, as we say. And then we get what we get. We get shit on the stick. You get whatever you get. So, but tossing a good man, that's a matter of opinion. Because what I think may be a good man may not be the same opinion as Miss Viv, Me D, Simply 10, Bayliner. So as we've gotten older, for me, I think it depends on what you're looking for. You know, if you're looking for a significant other, or you're looking for, we used to call them good time men, the men that give you a good time, and you only call when you're getting the good time.
Okay.
Amen.
So shout out to my brother-in-law Tony.
Hold on. Let me ask a question. I'm sorry. Stick a pin. Were you talking about? You talking about sex?
Me? A good time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Most of the time, a good time, or they get these. So nowadays, women go on a lot of girls' trips. So the Save Face part, and it's ready to start now because it's tax season. You're going to start to see a lot of women take photos with these dudes we never saw. We didn't see them for Valentine's. We didn't see them for Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving. Tax season, everybody going to be going to the Caribbeans and every place else.
Yeah, they're in Jamaica right now.
He's going to be most likely big back, like a silverback, butt ass ugly. As long as she got a piece of man, we talked about that before. Now everybody getting a little tax money, and you can make payment plans on your vacations. Now you're gonna see all these people in love until what season come? Summertime. Then the men gonna drop them because they're gonna have their summertime fun. Watch your social media platforms and see how many people are gonna go on this trip.
It's true.
You ain't never seen
what you're saying is absolutely true.
And baby,
it's true. It's
true.
Very, very true.
So somebody that's formerly related to somebody that always come on this show, she done had so many men over the years. I'm like, you ain't married yet? Because your coos pack had been given out every couple seasons. And it's typically before her birthday, which is in the summertime. She pop up with a new man to take her somewhere, typically for a birthday. Then we don't see him all year until her birthday in the summertime. I'm like, girl, You be 50 years old. I'm tired. Just don't even reveal nobody. It's like the gender reveal every almost summer. So I'm like, I'm over it. It's like after a while, you're a grown ass woman with grown kids and grandkids. Just leave it off of social media because we tired.
True.
Because then you got to take this picture down this year. Then come 2024, just before birthday again, we're gonna take them pictures down. And I'm like, just don't even do it. If you somebody you're not stable. And listen, people can post whatever the hell they want to, and I don't give a kitty. I don't care. But it's like you making yourself look like a floozy. Be a floozy in the background. We don't need to know your
low self-esteem.
We know you fine, but you fine and ain't got no man. So you get a man around your birthday to take you out for your birthday. And then won't see him all year again. You lonely, you back on the girls' trip, y'all back out, you cut your hair, you put a wig on the next week, cut your hair off the next week, you make it blonde, you make it black, you got the titties out, you got on them spank things, but the spank's not working, you still big and bulky, so it's whatever.
Me D said, unfortunately, very true. So now I've heard some stuff. And you have Simply 10. You want to read that one, Cuzzy?
Some people just want people to know they got somebody. Who cares? Okay, you effing. We don't care. So, listen, if I can't watch y'all, I don't care. If y'all ain't offering the link for us to watch them get down, I don't care. I don't care.
You want to watch them, cuz?
You want to watch?
Okay.
So we don't want to know. We don't care at this point. It's not but it's like you're starting to look trashy in certain instances, especially if you're a mother grand. People can do what the hell they want to do, and I can choose be her friend or not. But I'm just like the perception. Y'all don't see me on there like that. Perception. I may have a filthy Baltimore gutter mouth, but listen, I don't post everything you got telling you flew here, you flew there, you're here, you're there. We don't care. Girl, do you?
Well, a lot of times when that happens, that's somebody who ain't used to having nothing good, usually. And, they just
Lord.
But you know what? Some women try to save face at this point of 45 plus. They're trying to let everybody know they still sexy with the spanks on, their boobs out. They done got the tummy tuck, the little monkey tuck, whatever going on out here. It just be too much sometimes. It's like, we don't care.
You want to read that, Cuzzy?
In their mind, it makes them relevant. Oh, girl, hold on. But clearly, it's an obvious pattern. Yes. Yes.
All right. So now, some of the reasons that are out there, you have some that say, okay, I broke up with him. Hold up. Let's before we go read that Baylana.
Oh, wait a minute. Just before that, Simply 10. I can't wait till I'm 45. I need to try that. Girl, let me tell you some tips about when you're 45 and over. Girl, you got to call me on the low. I'm going to tell you about some stuff that go on and stuff you might want to try. And stuff you might want to try. So, Baylana, like, let's all get the like button. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications. Yes, I spelled there wrong. I'm tired too. Yeah, girl, you need to get 45 and over. Get you some good young energy.
And thank you so much for that, Baylana. Okay. Okay. So hold on. There's another one we're gonna read just before that. Or did I? Okay. Baylana said, "Oh, okay. Help support our host and technical advisor. Cash App. Yes. Thank you." And then so here we go. Now, some of the ones that are out there, some of the excuses of breaking up from these guys. I realized you weren't long-term relationship material.
He was a good time man. That's what I say. He was a good time. He was there to do the shake 'em ups and then whatever.
Okay. So how do you feel about that, Ms. Vig?
I got lost. I'm so sorry. It's okay. where my mind is right now is that we have a great ratio of women. We don't have any men out here. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of women that cannot find a woman. They cannot find a man. It is no men. It's the men are all gone. They're gay. They're in jail. they're dead, they're taken. It's about 50 women to one man right now in Baltimore. And I have to put Jamaica in there too. It's about 35 women to one man in Jamaica. To me, when I go home, it's more of a pickings out there than it is even here in Baltimore. It's no
Wow.
men. There's no men. There's no men. Sometimes when I go home, I feel like I would just take a plane and just put a whole bunch of men on there and just throw them over here and just bring them to Baltimore. 'Cause it's no men in Baltimore. I can't speak for Atlanta. I can't speak for any other state. I can speak for where I live right now and where I travel back and forth to. And it's a lot of women that they're sharing men, and they know they have it in their mind. Okay, I got to share the man. So they're gonna do what they got to do just to get it on or whatever, have a good time, and that's it. That's their fun. That's their fun moment. Their birthday weekend or Valentine's Day weekend. They're sharing. It's a lot of sharing going on. And another thing is, the men know that they can have a field day with the women because it's a lot of women. It's so many women to one man, and they know that they're not stupid. They know what's going on. They know the census and they know what's going on. So they're having a good old time. And then you have these women that will do anything to get a man, and they're taking care of them. They're the ones that's courting the man. They're the ones that's taking them out, buying the dinner, taking them shopping, doing all of these things, spoiling them and making it bad for the few good women that's out there. They're taking away their manly responsibilities from them that they were created to be. So they're being the man, and the man is being the woman.
Okay.
But I think a lot of this is coming from, we just don't have any, there aren't any men, and the women, their self-esteem has gotten very low. They, depending on how they were raised and depending on how the kitty cat is biting down there, depending on the age group. You have different age groups and stuff like that. So I'm 55 and I'm plus one next month. So
Okay.
it's different ages go for the different types of people, different types of men. You have, men are categorized. You have the working class men, you have the hustlers, and the workers, and you have the one that just want to stay home and watch TV while the women go out and work. And it is what it
Yeah.
is. But a lot of it, I wouldn't say it's low. Some women do have low self-esteem, but not all the women. I think women have just gotten to the point where they realize that it's not every man out there. You'll meet them, they say they're single, but they're not single. They have somebody.
Right.
They
Now,
have somebody.
yeah, no, and I agree with a lot of what you said. And then usually those guys that sit around and let the women do that, usually they're from the beta bunch.
Hmm.
So a man is going to do what a man do. He's going to go out there and work. He don't want to sit down. He knows in his
Hmm.
heart and in his mind what he has to do. So, cousin, you want to read Simply Tenor?
I'm on the other one. You got to scroll back down. I can't see him.
Well, I'm at the one where she says sometimes you got to shop outside your area,
Yeah, I
and
can't.
then
I can see Bayliner. I ain't sharing. My mama didn't name me Sharon. And Casey, the
Ha,
best
ha.
ever. Hey guys, Bayliner. Simply 10, not if they know where their bread's buttered. And I
My
believe Simply 10
baby.
before said that a lot of women unknowingly share, and Simply 10 sometimes they know
Amen.
their cake is battered too.
Hmm.
and shout out to KC, the best ever. Thank you for coming in, family. We
Hmm.
appreciate you for coming in. Always looking to have people and support.
Yes.
Um, and then, oh, you already read that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then sometimes they want their cake batter too. Okay. Okay. So now back to some of the excuses. Here, excuse number one, like I said, uh, she realized that he wasn't the one for a long-term relationship. So sometimes they'll just be ready to go, right? She'll drop him.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, she's going through major life changes. So she had to get rid of him. Is that a legit one?
It's whatever somebody want to drop somebody for is their legitimate excuse.
Hmm. And number four, she may be masculine. I'm sorry. Number 3, she's too afraid. Like, I'm too afraid of being vulnerable and opening up to you. Is that a legit one?
Again,
That's why she was with him for a while, and then that's what she ended up telling him. How do y'all feel about that?
She's afraid to tell him about her past, and or maybe she don't want him to throw it in her face or use it on her, because maybe she had a bad relationship, a past relationship. It could have been physical abuse in there. It could have been it could just been a bad relationship. And women have a tendency to, some, not all, talk about the relationship that they used to be in with the men. And then you have these men out there that like to turn around and throw it back at the women.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
You tell them, oh, I was physically abused and I had to go through this and I had to go through that. And, you just want to open up to them because you just feel a closeness, or maybe you think that they're the one. And then a few months later, they just throw it right back in your face. You get into a little simple argument, they throw it right back in your face. And that's not. No, women just keep their business to themselves. It doesn't make any sense to share it. If the person is the right one or the wrong one, you just got to keep your business to yourself. Whatever you went through in the past, as women, I teach women this every day. Keep it to yourself. Is your business. And I wanna back up on Baylana said that. Is Baylana a woman or a man? Is a woman?
Female, yes.
Yeah, she said, no disrespect to you. You said you're not sharing. That's good for you. But guess what? Every woman got to share, because there's no such thing as one man to one woman no more. So I don't know if a lot of women have this, they're naive and they have this concept like men don't cheat. Men cheat all day, all night. My commandment is commandment 1, have more than one man, because commandment 1 for men is have more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 women. I'm not saying all, but men have more than one woman, and they know how to cheat. They cheat good. I'm not saying you have to share, sweetheart, but they're doing their thing, and they're going to do what they want to do. And sometimes it takes you till you get up into your 60s to say, you know what, that's what's going on. You don't have to share. I speak from a country where I come from. They wanted to make the polygamy law, because every man in Jamaica got a woman on the side. And we even have a dance called Wifey and Matey. Wifey is the wife. She dressed in white, and the mate, which is the significant, the mistress, she dressed in black, and everybody come to the dance, and the man is there with the wifey on one side and the matey on one side, and it's what's going on now. But it's like everybody is just so naive that they don't want, oh, it's not going to happen to me, or I'm too pretty, or I got it going on. I have the sexiest body. We have the Coca-Cola bucket shape, and I have the goody down there. I have the muscle and the grip, and I'm talking Jamaican terms now, and all of that in between their legs, and they can do anything to keep a man. No, it don't matter what you got, no matter how good it is, you sharing that man. He's being shared somewhere with some other woman that you don't know about. Could be when you're at work, could be asleep. That man is being shared. It ain't no.
Go ahead.
It ain't. I don't know of any relationship right now where the man is just one man. It's just that one man to that one woman. No, he got somebody out there too. He got a lot of other women out there. He got a lot of other women, and that because it's 50-something woman to one man right now in the world, in the earth. And men are having a field day with these women. And the men know that. And they're taking advantage of the women. It's up to the woman what she wants and what she's going to say yay or nay to. It's up to her. And sometimes if you allow God to lead you and you just keep that relationship with God and allow him to lead you, some women are not ready for that. They're not ready. They don't want that. They don't want to go into that with God or anything. They just want to do what they want to do, because when their flesh start biting, they got to get that. They got to get the wood. But so they go out there and they do whatever they got to do. They just want to have sex and just have a good time, and they go home. and they're good, they're fine because they understand what's going on. But you do have women out there that want a relationship. When they get into the relationship with the man, they realize that the man is got a wife at home somewhere hidden, or got a mistress somewhere else, and realize that she's a third or the fourth woman. That's why after you hit it, you don't hear from him. I hear from him maybe 2 or 3 months or 4 months later, because he's got his circle. He got to go around. He got to go around all the women he got. He got to go to Mary, Jane, Sue, and he got to share himself. He got to flip around with all these women and have a good time, But it's a lot of game out there. A lot men play a lot of game on women. They play a lot of game on women, and some women allow it, and some women don't.
So how about you, Sweet Mom? How do you feel about that?
It's a lot of game out here. I guess when you get hopefully to a certain age, you do know what you want to participate in or not. And I think a lot of women know that, but like Viv say, they think they have the best pum pum, they got the best mouth going, they got all this, they got 6 figures, they got the best job, they got the best whatever, and they think, oh well, I'm this level, nobody's gonna cheat on me, he doesn't need nobody else, what have you. And that's unrealistic to think that. That's why a lot of people are moving to the poly situation. So when you have those poly relationships, off the bat, it's going to be multiple people in relationships, and hopefully, they can kind of mesh whatever they got going on. But a lot of women can be delusional at times. There are, as people say, red flags, but they're flags, but we just choose not to see that they may be talking to someone else. Or, the what we call the ghosting, the gaslighting, and things like that.
They ghost you,
or they act like they so into you, and then you don't hear from them for 2 days. You're not that damn busy. Ain't nobody that busy unless you dead in coma or in ICU. You're not that busy. So it's just all about having your mind right to just don't think you're the best thing smoking, that somebody's not gonna have another person and maybe another.
Okay, we're gonna catch up on some of these comments. Baylana said, keeping it damaging ain't gonna share. He can get the H gone. I'll be alone. Okay. Then you have Miss J says, I agree. Women make the mistake of sharing with men things they should share in therapy. I get it. Also, hold on one second. Bayliner also said, how about you just know how to take care of him? And it don't have to be about sex or you who are dripping gold. It can just be that you know how to take care of him. And he ain't going nowhere because of that, I'm thinking.
That don't exist.
Take care of a man.
That don't exist.
Good job.
And then
do your duties.
Hold on. I'm gonna catch up, and then you got Simply 10 Art say gawk 3,000, whatever that is.
That means the head giving.
Oh,
head.
okay.
Bobble.
So okay. So here's the thing. I get all the points that y'all making, very legit. But every man is not like that, and every man don't have that time. I'm not taking anything from nothing that none of y'all said, because everything was straight legit, and it is like that these days. So, it's a lot going on. But at bottom line, if that's what y'all thinking and feeling, and if you're in a relationship, just be in that relationship and make the best of y'all too when y'all together. Period. You got brother-in-law said, okay, enough of this BS. It does exist. Okay. And so, all right, so we caught up on those, and let's go to another excuse or whatever that we hear. Your masculine and feminine polarity is off. So that would be her saying that to one of the guys, you know what I mean? Because you have a lot of guys that are feminine acting, Then you have some guys that some of y'all may think they're too masculine.
Well,
So,
wait a second. When did she find out that he was feminine? When she met
uh,
him? Did
well,
they?
go ahead.
When she first met him, did he show those feminine ways about him? Did he show it, or he waited till he was way down the road, or whatever? Then she realized that he was having a little feminine. Did he spend 3 and 4 hours on the first date in the mirror before y'all went out? I mean, is he wearing pink and all, pink tie and the rainbow colors and all of that?
See,
At what point in the relationship did they realize, or did she realize that he has feminine ways?
See, that could either be, it could go both ways. It could be an excuse that she made during the time, but I doubt if she's going to say that about another man if some of it's not true. But then again, you have some women that will just fly out and say something like that. So, but I see where you're coming from, because there was a thing that she should have been watching in the beginning, how he dressed. It could be a metrosexual type guy, or it could be a guy that just,
Lord help me, Holy Ghost.
that seems manly, but then he has some female tendency ways. I mean, it's a lot of things that you can watch out for, as y'all women. So, but sometimes they won't say that.
I agree, because I was talking to a guy that I had met online, and we had video, but it wasn't until we had a in-person date that I realized he had feminine ways. The presentation was just way too feminine. And the alcohol, I don't like a whole bunch of alcohol, but it really presented itself when he became intoxicated. And I was like, I'm done. But people can present themselves in both ways, because sometimes they might like it both ways. So,
yes, it's dangerous out there. So definitely watch out.
I've dated a couple men from the military. We got to know them, and they wanted me to do some things that I wouldn't technically do. But I'm like, if you like that type in your mind, just because I'm a female, you want me to use other equipment on you versus go get the thing you want. You want the same thing I want. But to stay face with their masculinity, they're not going to actually act on the act. They want a woman to perform the act instead of them going to get a man to do it. So it's wild out here in these streets.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff that was like that from people, and that's just
a
crazy.
lot of military men. So
unfortunately, yeah, I mean, I know y'all's women. Most of y'all are seasoned women in your 30s, 40s now, and it definitely watch out. So y'all know how to catch it. I'm sure. You want to say something, Ms. Viv?
I'm still on my cousin. I'm like, what? Okay. Serious?
Yeah.
See, I'm not saying I'm not around a lot of women like that anymore. I do my ministry. By the way, I'm a street minister.
Okay.
So I do my ministry. I do my ministry in the street. know, both home and here in Baltimore. Home meaning Jamaica and here in Baltimore. And I'm not the one that, I'm not the minister that walk with the Bible on her arm. The word is hidden in my heart. That's where I keep the word. And I wear my shorts. I live a balanced life as a minister. But I haven't reached upon that. All these genders and different things that suddenly come upon that is surfacing now. I haven't been out there like that. Maybe it's there, but I'm just not focusing on that because I'm busy doing other thing out, other kind of stuff, and focusing on people that are on drugs and different things like that. I'm not really more focused on, women. The only thing I just feel sorry for us women. I'm telling you, I feel sorry for us, especially ones that think that, oh, I'm gonna get married. He's coming, Lord. Where is he? Just give him my address or whatever. I feel sorry for us because I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've said that, and I agree with that. I mean, I feel bad for women, and also I feel bad for men. So because there's a lot on both sides that you have to watch out and deal with. But meanwhile, Cuzzy, read Me D's comment.
I don't see that far back. I only see XL. Well.
I tell you what. Oh, I ain't even see XL in here. We're gonna catch up with that. But hold on one second. Okay. Me D said, I don't have a problem with a man that wants to be with multiple women, but let me know so I can make that decision. That is straight legitimate. That's legit. And then you have Baylana says,
Amen.
Amen.
Miss Viv,
You in a
you in a
relationship? Question
relationship.
mark.
I'm in a phone ship. I'm in a
Okay.
phone ship. Phone relationship.
I was like,
And
what the-
then
okay.
Yeah.
Baylana also
That's
said,
phone. Phone.
and Baylana said, good men do exist. Good faithful men do exist. And then
Where you at, Belana?
and then DJ XL is in the building. What's up, my brother? He said, funk that. I was on a all male base and I'd never.
Okay. So we're not saying on a base, we're talking about on social platforms that you may meet someone. When you're having a discussion about sexuality, they do suggest some things. Are you into ABC 1, 2, 3? Are you willing to be the bender, even though you don't have the equipment,
I hear you,
provide
Belana.
equipment to assist with the process?
And brother-in-law said, those Army and Navy dudes.
Leave alone.
All right.
Marine, baby.
And then oh, that was brother-in-law said, they right here, lady. And then talking about the good men. Yep.
Where they at? Where?
He said it right here. And then
Where?
Baylana said, they up here in my world. And
Where the world at?
And then DJ XL said, exit only. And he also said, come on, bro. I was Army.
Army.
So, all right. Now we're gonna go to the other excuse or
Then
whatever y'all want to call it.
Ball ground, Georgia. Okay.
Okay. And so here's the thing. Here's one of the ones that always it's so cliche these days. He was messing around on me.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't
Now,
think, but that's the woman.
Why you read it like that?
What?
I mean, because we had all the other women in the chat stating that they would drop their so-called in air quote good man if he came up on a cheating zone.
Okay. So basically if he was cheating, y'all just out. Or let's say your husband and y'all just out. Is that what that is?
Ain't a woman out here that's gonna leave their husband just because he's cheating. A lot of them know that they're cheating. They're just naive. They just stay in it. And the good God Almighty don't let the man have money because he can cheat all he wants. As long as she getting her money, she good.
Okay. Because
she don't care. She can cheat all day, all night. She cheating too. As long as that man got that money, she ain't going nowhere. But if he broke, he out of there. But if he got that money if he got that money and it's flowing, she gonna sit right in that relationship and deal with it.
So my point to that is that if you are married, you should not just up and leave. But unfortunately, this generation, a lot of women do that. They do that. What you do is that's what counseling and therapy is for. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them just choose to just skate, and that's fine too. But
they should have counseled. They should have counseled before they got married.
It doesn't matter.
Sure that was the right one for them.
It doesn't matter how much you counsel, and I'm a therapist. I don't care how much you counsel. They may not be cheating at that moment and find something they like down the road. It's just like being on a diet. You may restrict yourself for a moment, and then one weak moment you might have a Pepsi. So it just depends on people. People do what they want to do, how they feel like. I was in a marriage, my husband cheated. Fine. Okay. I didn't actually go into divorce mode, but there was other occurring issues that led to a divorce, not just a cheating. It's going to be in your mind, but if you're not going to do anything about your significant other cheating, let them cheat in peace.
Okay. And DJ XL said, I'm not sure if he's talking about Georgia. Georgia, you might find quite a few crooked arrows. And then brother-in-law said, see, you can't say every man out here not good because guys can say the same thing about women.
I never say that.
Amen.
And then Baylana said, poor Miss Viv, she got some messed up views.
That's her opinion.
Oh well,
That's her opinion.
that's what I see. That's reality that I see every day. It's not my views. It's what I see.
Mhm.
It's what I witness every day.
And then Me D said, no, it's not that easy. And I'm assuming she was talking about the breakup in marriage as far as
Mhm.
infidelity.
Right.
And yeah, because it shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be that easy. But unfortunately, you have a lot of women that skate. You don't really hear that so much with men. You don't hear that much with men doing that. So
But this is another thing, Crete, with that. And I was going to say
Mhm.
something and I forgot my thought. What men give out, they would not accept what women doing. A man that might cheat may not accept the same ramification if their woman was to cheat. One time that woman cheat, he gonna take her, he done with her, toss her to the side, throw her in the ocean. Women, they feel as we supposed to keep taking the infidelity over and over and over again. You're supposed to stand by your man, but let that woman do one time the same thing he's done to her, throw the whole woman away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say you know you're right about that. What's the problem with that?
I didn't say it was a problem. I just was saying we always focus on how the women just want to going to throw the relationship away, but you have men that couldn't handle. If you remember, women typically have emotional attachments when they go out here and have affairs or cheat or deal with people. It's a more emotional because you emotionally most of the time you gotta like half these boogers to even deal with them because beyond all that bullshit, you gotta find some things to like in some of these men nowadays to even get to the point where they may get to your fun pleasure paradise land. So it's a lot.
I agree with you because and then what happens is it also hurts the women more emotionally when she goes through that. I'm talking about after if she regrets sleeping with someone else. But it was something I was getting ready to say. I kind of
Most of the
forgot
time they
whatever.
don't regret.
Uh
Most of the time they don't regret.
okay. That's because they are super hoe. They are a true 304. That's why. So anyway, DJ XL said, I don't have kids. It's that easy with me. You cheat, I'm looking at the front door. And then also, look at you thinking hip hop.
I
Large
know main
professor
source
looking at the
came
front
to my
door.
mind. Yeah, main source.
Because women cheat emotionally. And Me D says, yes, it goes both ways. And then Baylana said, I was DJ XL. I don't cheat.
She don't
Okay.
cheat, and I expect him not to cheat. XL,
Okay.
I'm not a cheater. There's nothing I can do with another woman. I can't do with my wife.
Well, then you're one of the good ones. We didn't say that your kind didn't exist. It's just that the other kind
It's
is a
limited.
greater
It's a limited
percentage.
amount. We say it's a limited amount of good, faithful men. XL, if he wasn't here for the topic in the beginning.
Yeah, it is
So,
some good men out here. It is.
oh yeah, it's a lot of good men out here. A lot. I mean, and I'm not gonna.
Not a whole lot, but
I'm with you. It ain't a whole lot. I'll be right
I
back.
ain't gonna
Gotta
say
get
it's a
some
lot.
water.
It's a rare one. And then if you find one that you can roll with, you just need to do what you need to do to keep him. Period. So and stop being spooked about what's going on, around and all this other stuff. Because that's what when living in fear in a relationship is one of the worst things to do. You know what I'm saying? So
so when
that's
you
something you
say
need to get over.
spooked, what do you mean? Can you expand on your concept of being spooked in a relationship?
Well, spooked, especially in our black culture, the cheating. I mean, that's all you hear: cheating, cheat, 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 and that ruins relationships. You see what I'm saying? If you can have confidence in yourself and confidence in your man, trust and believe your relationship will be a lot more smoother. But unfortunately, in our culture, That's the thing. And it's not just in our cultures, in all cultures, but especially us. I'm speaking for us because I'm one of us. So you want to read Excel's this one right here? A woman just gotta know.
A woman just gotta know their mate. If a man's a freak, you gotta be that freak. Match that energy. If he a homebody, you gotta be
outside.
If he a homebody, you gotta be outside. If not, gonna work. Can't fit the square block in the triangle hole. Hey, Brooklyn Z. What's up, family? Hey, sweet mama. What I miss?
God dang, I mean, I'm a sweet. Hey, Brooklyn Z. When you come on, sweet mama just turned into like really sweet for real. She just
no, get the middle finger.
Gee, I mean, God.
I was thinking about the square block and
calm down, baby.
Hole.
Calm down.
No, the square block and the triangle hole. I was like, okay. That's why I started laughing.
What up, Brooklyn Z? Okay. So you know, and a lot of times, you know, we were talking about what you were talking about, Ms. Viv, about the you know, the man having money, and she's not going anywhere, right? And a lot in most cases, I agree with that. That is everyday legitimate, just legit. So another thing, you know, sometimes you may have your people, you know, say for instance, like that really doesn't get you anywhere. When especially when it comes to a woman having money, because that's a lot of times that's not going to bring you happiness. And half of these women out here be wanting men with all this money, but if they were really put in that place, they would not be able to handle that relationship because people with money think different.
Absolutely.
They don't think, you know, like they think it's going to be like what they see in these music videos. I'm a girl, I got with him and now I'm walking around with furs and all these nice cars.
Well, guess what? In order to maintain that, they got to maintain a lot of different stuff that that man with money wants.
Yep. And it ain't
gonna be no regular stuff either.
A lot of them, they're not even capable.
Right.
Not even capable. They think that when they get there, it's just going to be gravy, and it's not. And just even like a man sometimes getting with a woman that has money. I mean, and then a lot of times those guys are not happy. They're some of the most miserable people you're going to meet in your life. Even when you get to even like the women. Look at Oprah. Oprah got all this and just lonely, and I'm sure she's not even happy.
She's defining her own happiness. Whatever that is to her, with the dogs and stepping in the back room and hanging out with Gail, she's making her own happiness because that's typically what happens. She didn't find satisfaction in a relationship. You got to remember, Oprah started before, but she was in Baltimore for a very long time. And I think it's a self-esteem thing. She never felt quite adequate with her own self. So if you're not feeling adequate with your own self, how are you going to really have an honest relationship with another significant other? She could be happy what she wants with all the money she got, but if you still not fulfilled with yourself, it doesn't matter. You still have a lifelong longevity of just being unhappy, no matter if you have $2 billion or $2. I'd rather have $2 and be happy with what's going on with me versus having all this money and got to have artificial things to make me happy.
But you got to learn, and a lot of women don't know how to submit themselves to the man. They want to be the man. They don't give the man the opportunity to be the man. They want to be the man because they're the one that's bringing in the money, and they want to be the man. They want to control the relationship, and the man is a head. God created him to be the head and the leader. The woman's supposed to submit. The woman's supposed to submit to the man, whether it's in a covenant, if it's in a marriage, or if it's just a regular relationship. You're supposed to submit yourself as a woman and not try to go in front of that man. And it's a lot of stuff that's going on. Oprah always seemed. I grew up with Oprah in Baltimore, watching her on TV. She just always seemed to have that personality that she wears the pants. And Stedman, look at Stedman. Stedman looked like a woman himself. Forgive me, but
he's a beta.
It just seemed like he was, he would look like he has more feminine parts to him than, Oprah.
Yeah, he's a
Oprah just
beta.
looked like she's a leader. She was born that way. She's a go-getter. She spent her whole life from Channel 2 to, I don't know where she at now, wherever, to Chicago. And she was just always that she has a strong personality. And what you call some women like that, man ruler. They want to rule and control the man. And it ain't gonna work in a relationship. You have to, I don't care how much money you make, I don't care what it is that you're holding down, you have to submit in a relationship. You have to submit yourself over unto the man as the man. He's the man, he's the head. That's who God created him to be. If he's your husband, he's your Lord. You call him your Lord.
Right.
But if you go a little, if I go a little bit more and touch on the Bible, really and truly, a woman's role is to be the nurturer and the nourisher for the man. Nurture him, nourish him, stay at home. I know y'all gonna say a lot of stuff about it, but this is my beliefs. This is how I was raised. My grandmother, my mom, and now she works, but my grandmother stayed at home, cook, wash, clean, take care of the kids, and my grandfather went to work. And that's how it is when I was growing up. That's what I saw. But now it's like the script been flipped. So the women are out there working and doing all of this stuff. So they have taken over the role of the man, and it's kind of hard now to flip them back around, but realistically, when you get down to the nitty-gritty of it, the woman have to submit herself to the man. If she don't submit herself to the man, the relationship is just going to be chaotic. It's not going to go right. It's not. I
definitely agree with that. That was right on point right there.
But the man, Crete, also have to learn his role too, and his responsibility. He cannot be an infidel. The Word of God says that if the man cannot take care of his family and his home, he is considered to be an infidel. So, it's so much we can take this topic to taking it back into the Bible and different things like that, and the role of a woman and the role of a man and who's working and who's not working. It can go on and on for hours, but that's just my little input on it right there.
No, I agree. There's a lot of men that should have gotten training a long time ago, because if there were more leading type of men out here, a lot of this wouldn't be as bad as it is. You know what I mean? Because we'll have more models. Like I had a model coming up. I had a model. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what helped me big time. DJ XL say, word, a man got to know his lady too, but it's harder for us. Simply Tenot, you want to read that about the correction? Oh, she said correction. If she don't have her own money, she's not going nowhere. Okay. DJ XL said, most men are simple. Mind you, I said men, a lot of women confuse male and man.
I agree.
And DJ XL said, I'll make Oprah happy as heck. Just give me an allowance.
Something wrong with you, XL.
Beyonce changed all of that. Yep. And Oprah from the SIP. Now I thought Oprah was from Chicago and then came to Baltimore.
She's
and
from
then
Baltimore. She's from the South. Okay. She's originally from the South, I believe.
She looks like it. I never knew that. I never knew that part.
Where am I?
As far as her being from Mississippi.
What did you just say?
Huh?
Can somebody go on and Google where Oprah is and put it in the chat? But I'm almost sure she was from the
I'm saying I'm not denying it. I'm just saying I didn't know that part.
I thought she was born in Chicago and then she just floated around everywhere else. And
no,
I thought
that's what I thought.
Somebody look it up and put it in the chat real quick. Thank you so much. I'm our assistant guest host.
I'm on Cretology.
Yeah.
Baylana, you on me tonight like curry on rice.
Yeah, Simply 10 was right. It was from Cosiskio, Mississippi.
Thank you.
So I never knew that part.
South.
I never knew that part, but she lost me. I don't care if she was from Yacht. She is very not a good representation for women to see.
Well, a lot of those women that are highly, highly at the top and ambitious, typically came from a tumultuous background in their childhood. Some things happened to her to make her have to build her self-esteem. I'm the most fabulous person in the world. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna be from the sticks. I mean, Mississippi, come on. I'm not gonna be from the sticks. If y'all don't remember Oprah's, when she was in Baltimore, she had a big old fro and she was a big gal.
Yeah, I remember.
She was a big gal with Richard Shea. They both had afro. She was a big gal. She wasn't like a highly attractive big girl like some of us are nowadays. Let's do that. But she just her esteem in order she wasn't the norm of what they saw back in the day. She wasn't slim. They really didn't have African American women doing a lot of the media platforms and things like that. But she was determined to break the barrier no matter what. So she changed her image. She pressed her hair out. She got his makeup. She had imaging consultant. Most things we talk about on like the other shows that Crete have and some of the other DJs on here talk about image. You gotta have when you come out and you want to be in the public, you gotta look a certain way. They want you to dress a certain way. You gotta roll with certain people. So it became an image for her. Image. Yeah, so now she's an older woman who didn't have that as we say, the traditional family, because she was so busy building her empire, because in her mind she wasn't going to be that poor black woman in the sticks.
Where's she at now? Rich and lonely.
She got her dogs and Gail and Stedman's and everybody else hanging with her.
She lonely though, sis. Deep down on the inside of her. Deep down on the inside, there's a void. There's a void in the city.
That's why she's like, and she knows it now.
The dog can't fill that. Stedman can't fill it, and Gail can't fill it.
Right.
None of them can fill it.
Gail looks tired too. But Dougie, what's up, Dougie, in the building? And Miss J said, "Sweet Mama G makes a good point. Don't tell that woman she make a good."
Don't do that.
You have to define your own happiness.
You do.
When you do, that relationship outside of you would be icing on the cake.
Because I can't get with a man unless I'm happy with myself first. No other person should define who you are or your happiness level. You should come as you are, however you are. But don't look for a woman, a Crete. There shouldn't be a woman looking for Crete to make her happy. Y'all can create your happiness together with your bond. But you supposed to come with your shit. She's supposed to come with hers, and then y'all make that.
Baylana said, now Miss Viv is on the Creteology. I don't know if you know about the Creteology, Miss Viv, but
I can almost imagine from the comment I made. I get it. But that's
no. They saying I guess some of my thinking is very similar to yours, or yours is similar to mine.
Yeah, that's Dr. Crete. He's still paying for his Dr. Crete title.
But she's speaking the truth, saying that you're speaking the truth.
Well, praise the Lord. Thank you.
And then also, Me D says, there is no wrong or right way of doing things in a relationship. The man and woman will define that together with the man's lead. Hallelujah. Thank you, Me D. Very, very true.
Yep.
DJ XL says, call me Marvin, cease for Oprah. Man, boy, whew, that Oprah, I don't care how much money she got, none of that. I mean, Oprah is from, Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
She from the sticks.
Yeah, it says she's from Delta, but that's what I saw. She was born in Kosciuszko, whatever. Then Simply 10 said, and the F, you mean she looked like it? I don't know.
Because you said she looked like when you said she looked like she from the South.
Yeah, no. The thing is, people look like from areas where they from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like when I go to South Atlanta, people have a certain look. Baltimore, we have a certain look. New Yorkers have a certain look.
Let's get your life together. So,
and DJ XL said he'll feel it.
So
and
somebody got to look a certain way. So nobody ever knows where I'm from. One, in my profession, I change my dialect. I enunciate words differently from when I'm at work and when I'm at home. Nobody knows where I'm truly from unless they heard me get
where
mad.
you from?
Where am I from, Crete? I want to hear this one.
You're straight from your mom's womb.
And my
DJ
daddy balls. So yeah.
Right.
Anyway, don't do it. So Miss Viv, Crete is my actual biological cousin. That's why we cut.
Oh no, I was gonna say you're not from Baltimore.
Say that again.
You're not from Baltimore?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
But in my professional life,
I know my people.
Yeah.
Look at me. You would never think I was from Jamaica.
Yeah, I do. Your accent.
Everybody think I'm Spanish or something else.
No,
I'm a raw-born Jamaican.
No,
because they think Jamaicans are all Rastafarians,
right? No,
or Africans, Afro Jamaicans or whatever. But it's a melting pot out here. So I've been been called many things but a Jamaican. But that's that's
part of my heritage too. So my dad.
But I would agree with Crete. No, but I would agree with you. Oprah do look like she from the South. When she was back in Baltimore with the big old afro and she wasn't into the makeup, she did look Southernish.
Yeah, you got to think why.
Southernish women dress country-ish.
Ooh, yeah. Let me. Y'all Baltimore people tonight.
The thing
y'all
is,
stayed in shit on here tonight.
The thing is, look at Oprah.
Know the song, buddy.
Oprah actually, why do you think she was so fitting for The Color Purple? I know that's just a movie, but
she played that part.
She played that part. She every movie she played in, when it comes to that, she did really good. She did really good.
Always play a country girl. She always do.
So I mean, because that's just like the other brother that not Tyler Perry, but the other one that's from like New Orleans, that's from that area where that guy looks Southern, and he plays in all Southern movies, and he does a really good job. So, and then how to Simply Tenart says, how y'all know she's lonely? Because she's not in the natural woman position right now. She's rich and lonely, and she's old, and I mean she's lonely.
She's not alone, but she's lonely.
Money does not make you happy.
She's not alone, but she's lonely. Money can't buy you that. Money can't fill that void that you have to be with a man and to have that husband and that walk down the aisle and to say.
But see, y'all coming from a different aspect for society.
To lay in the bed next
to a man nowadays. You have a lot of women in same-sex relationships, just like you have a lot of men in same-sex.
And they are not happy. They
I don't know.
They
got a demonic spirit. They're demons. They're not human.
That's not the natural way. That's not the natural way.
That's not human. That's
just
demons.
like Oprah is not living in a natural way. So what? She has money. That's man-made. Sometimes you can get tired of money and what it can buy. You can get tired of that. Sometimes you want the struggle. Sometimes you want the natural way. I guarantee you, if you asked her deep down inside, if she don't lie, I guarantee you she'll rather be a married woman with family that had already raised her family and enjoying her husband, other than running around. You get a car. You could come on.
Huh? So why do y'all assume every woman wants to be a mother?
Because that's the natural way. The ones that are not a mother in that way, trust and believe they will want to be that. That's just like me. I would rather be a husband that took care of my family. I don't need no money. I make money every day. It may not be a lot sometimes, and sometimes a lot, but so what? Money does not make you happy. That's why, show me a rich person that's happy. You probably don't even know because you can't even really get close to them. I'm not saying that to you, but I'm talking about most people can't even get close to them. But then when they get close to them, they say, this is miserable.
Can't shop it away. I would say money give them temporal happiness, but it can't give them that deep joy.
It can.
Temporary.
You're always worried. And it's a lot. DJ XL said he'll feel it. Well, you go right ahead, pal. Miss J said, I agree with me, D. Yes. And then Baylana said, with the manna lead, hold up. That's the key. And then she said correction. When the man leads, that's the key. That's true.
Oh,
and
with the
Dougie
man
said,
lead.
can Miss Viv say hello, Dougie, in Spanish for me? He thinks you're Spanish.
No, me can't say hello in Spanish. Come from
You can say
Spain, come from
to
Jamaica.
you.
Me can't say wagwan in a Jamaican. Wagwan
Right.
doggy. What a guan doggy. Me not
See?
come from Spanish.
When there's
Me
no
Spanish.
shades, Dougie, come on.
Me here just die because the great era come in and me have to cover the great year. But me not Spanish. I'm Indian from India. My foreparents went to Jamaica as slaves to work for money. They were indentured servants. That's how I ended up being born in Jamaica. But I am not a Spanish, oh.
So
Now,
Dougie, you should become a passport pro, like my cousin said. So you know it's different women out there in different countries that look different.
Yeah, even my own people think I'm something else until I open my mouth. They think I'm a tourist when I go home. Wow. Until I open my mouth. When I open my mouth, now if I dye my hair black, they know I'm Indian. But because I have this color in it, I had the gray, they think I'm something else. But yeah, right. I do look Spanish though, don't I? I don't know a nickel in Spanish.
Now, Simply 10 said, I'm from the South. That's offensive. Simply 10, I was definitely not trying to be offensive. I was just saying that, all of us have different looks. You know what I'm saying? We
so
do.
Crete, what you look like in where you are? Do you look like you from this further down the Mason-Dixon line or right at it?
No, I look like I'm from Tumfum.
Boy, bye.
Simply 10. I'm from Jamaica, but I'm a southern girl. I'm a country girl. So in Jamaica, we have 14 parishes. You have one city, which is Kingston, and second city is Montego Bay. The rest of everybody is country. I'm country. I know about the goats and the cows and all of that. I'm a country girl. So don't apologize to her, Crete.
He won't.
Tell her you're sorry, Crete.
Who you talking to? My cousin?
Who is Simply 10 Art? Crete, tell her you tell me.
He won't tell me. Listen, he ain't gonna say it to family. He ain't gonna say it to her.
All right, well, let me.
She be all right. I'll tell you what. If it makes it better. Okay, let me see.
Oh,
but country Simply people 10. Do have it. Country people, I'll tell you one thing about country people, we can cook.
Okay.
We can wash, we can clean.
Simply 10. I'm sorry.
Hey, bro, come on.
You know what? No one's gonna snow tomorrow.
Come on, man.
So, girl, I don't know what you did to him to apologize, because baby, that thing right there, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No.
You act like I'm not human. Cuzzy, did I ever hurt your feelings?
Bruh.
Did I ever hurt your feelings, Cuzzy?
Yes, we had this conversation.
Okay, cuz guess what?
This now our therapy session. We're gonna go to therapy.
Look in your camera. Look dead in your camera.
You just want all the men to see my pretty brown hazel eyes.
Cuzzy. I'm sorry.
That's a lie. Boy, bye.
I'm sorry.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Okay, it is Kosciuszko.
Whatever it is, we don't even know what that is.
Kosciuszko.
Right. So now, okay. Okay. Don't be slinging the shade on us Southerners. We may dress county and dumb,
country,
but believe we ain't. Yeah, I know. I was just really reading for what it was, because our education in up north is a little bit better.
Typographical error.
Okay. All right. So now, I said, nah, I want to hear the crying ad lib, boss. Make it real. All right. I'm sorry.
Make sure you go on to YouTube, Street Tactics Radio channel, like, click, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can hear Cretology, the word of Cretology, on Friday evenings into the night, into the early morning. Wednesdays for the Brutally Honest rap show at what time, Crete?
9 o'clock. 9
o'clock-ish, most of the time, with several DJs, producers, and our guests. So please make sure you hit the notification button so when shows come on, you will be first to get on and pop it and to come in our crew. Since we have some words from Dr. Crete, please continue to put your levels of mental health from 1 through 5. Some of us may have gone from a 5 to a 2. Just make sure you still give us your mental health check-ins.
Okay. Thank you, Cuddy. That was wonderful.
Hold on.
That was wonderful.
Thank you so much. Hold on. Also, don't forget to drop us some cash to go towards Dr. Cretology. Also, if you would like to give us a call, 470-963-9928, if you want to be a part of the shenanigans.
Thank you. And also, Miss J has been helping me pronounce East Mississippi. And me, I'm from Africa.
Get out of here for real. I'm saying get out of here for real.
You can see that.
Get out of here.
XL,
okay,
I'm
XL said
2.2. You better get it together.
All right, so anyway, so at this point, now, have y'all ever, you know what, Cuzzy? No, I'm gonna let you go ahead, Cuzzy. Go ahead.
Go and do what?
Okay, Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
What'd you say my name for? What you want?
Cuz I know you got something to say. So anyway, so bottom line, you know, with this situation when it comes to when it comes to a lot of women just throwing away men, that's not good for the women and that's not good for the men. So us as people, we got to stop that. We got to start making things make sense. We got to talk about things more. We can't let television and social media give us direction in marriages or relationships. Brooklyn Z said, you want to read Brooklyn Z, Cuzzy, since
I can't see the one, but wait a minute. If you say so, I guess I was born on Cool Street in Brooklyn, but I'm not Polish, German, etc. So I can really argue. Well, argue. You know the number. Come on in, XL. Come on, y'all want to argue? We want to smoke. My cousin, he want to smoke. Not really me, but my cousin want to smoke.
And then Simply Turn Out said, still a 5, had the night off.
Okay, girl. Make sure you do some self-care and keep your 5. Make sure you get yourself to a 10.
And Miss J said, say each syllable separately. She is holding me accountable to this Mississippi pronunciation, but I can't. Go ahead, Viv. Let me take a try.
At what?
And the name with Oprah from Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
Oh,
Kosciuszko. Okay.
Yeah.
DJ XL said she must have ties there. Okay. And
cause if you break it down in syllables, it would be Koz, CIUS, Kosciuszko Street in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm.
I can't even see. Okay. Mine's on the side. I can't see on that side. I have a different laptop. I don't have a scroll.
Okay, let's move forward.
So here's the thing. Now, I'm gonna give y'all something for men. Us men that's on that Brooklyn Z, DJ XL, brother-in-law. But you know, brother-in-law, he out of the game. But still, y'all can hear this. DJ XL said population 13 people and a goat. I didn't say that. I didn't say. You know what? Let me go get this phone. Y'all hold it down till I go get this phone because DJ XL needs to explain. I mean, he needs to apologize too.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
He said there's 13 people and a goat. All right. So look, for us men, how about we know what to look for? Because the worst thing we can get is a masculine woman, right? Baylana said, Crete call-in number isn't working. Oh, you know what? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. 15 sons of masculine women. Okay. You are competitive. That's one. Handle that cousin until I get right back, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the
Well, my cousin say I'm too ambitious, so we're gonna get on that one. I'm too ambitious. That's why I don't have a man. How you feel about that, Miss Viv?
That ain't got nothing to do with why you ain't got no man. You just choose to wait until the right one come along. Ambition ain't got nothing to do with that. Your ambition in life don't have nothing to do with that. Being ambitious don't have nothing to do with a man. We've just all been down some sad road with some of these sad men because they didn't have a dad in their life to raise them how to be a man.
And I think even if they have a daddy, it's always some situations. It's a part of the process. People are who they are and what they want to do. So I'm not excusing their actions. They did exactly what they wanted at the time they wanted to do it. I'm not.
So and if there ain't nobody out there that you see that you might see a man that's feminine like don't want that. You might see one that's don't want that. You might see don't want that. You have a right to be ambitious and pick who it is. I mean, God have a man out there for every. It's a man out there for every woman. It's just that we have to just sit still. And no, we just have to wait. And then God is not going to tell you, oh, because that's your man, that's your husband right there. He's going to show the man you. He's going to tell the man that's your wife right there. He always reveal it to the man. And that's when the man comes. You know when the man is real. You know when it's real.
So, Ms. Big, how do you feel about women now proposing to men for marriage?
I don't like the idea. I don't think it's I don't like it, but I can't stop people from doing it because sometimes you have a lot of shy men out there and you might have, okay, for you, for instance, you're overly ambitious, right? You might meet a guy that makes less money than you. And because he makes less money than you, he might want to marry you, but he might think that if he proposed to you, you might think that he wants you because of your money. So in a case like that, he be better for you.
I got student loans.
but let me say this. We just got a call that came in. Thank you for calling Conversations in Crete with Sweet Mama G and Miss Viv.
I'm scared.
Who are we having the pleasure to speak with?
It's Baylana.
Hey,
okay. Hey, Baylana.
Hey, I just wanted to clear this up real quick. My best friend Ed Oprah are from Kosciuszko. It's Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
Kosciuszko.
Kosciuszko.
There you go.
Okay. Now, Miss J, Kosciuszko.
Costco. Sound awesome.
I just said it. Kosciuszko.
No, I said Costco.
No, Kosciuszko.
I know what you said. I said
that sound like you.
Costco. Go on.
Kosciuszko.
What kind of name is that though? Kosciuszko. That sound like
Kosciuszko,
German.
Because your ass gotta go. Come on, y'all.
M-I. Come on, let's go. I forgot the song. Thank you so much, Baylana, for clearing that up. Was there anything else you wanted to bring into what we were talking about earlier?
I'll pay attention and listen for a minute.
Okay. You're welcome to stay on the line, and we could do that. So DJ XL says, it's like I said earlier, it's just the point of the fit. All right. And then he says, women just tend to chase what they want, not what they need. Brooklyn Z said, question.
What do they need?
I'm gonna let you read that one, Cuzzy.
Well, I got to read that one.
Because you grinning, you blushing.
No, because I was going back to what he said that women just tend to chase what they want and not what they need. Okay, it's
my granny.
Question from Brooklyn Z. Who taught these women how to be real women if the women who raised them can't keep a husband? Asking for a friend.
Depending on the age group.
For the record, I agree that there are a lot of men who are lacking due to not having proper male guidance.
Yep. That's very true. So go ahead. What were you gonna say, Cuzzy?
I'm listening.
Huh? I'm so now you just listen.
The information, yeah.
Anyway, fellas, since you want to duck that out, fellas, masculine women, what to watch out for? I got a little list for y'all. And y'all, Miss Viv, Cuzzy, Bayliner, and whoever else in the chat, y'all can come in on it at any given time. We want the smoke. It's more factors that DJ XL say. It's more factors than male guidance. No, but that's key. Male guidance is key. And then Miss J said, thanks, Bayliner, for helping me. Thank you. Yeah, Bayliner, because I don't know what I was torturing. I was slaughtering that name, and I'm sorry. With all due respect. Brooklyn Z, I agree with that also. All right, so let's get to this list. Men, stay away from these kind of women right here. These masculine women. You're competitive. You're always on the go. Middle lady in the middle. Are you always on the go, middle lady? You throwing the shades on?
So what am I supposed to do? I don't have no kids to raise. What am I supposed to be doing? I can't get the welfare. So what am I doing?
Well, that's what happens. Men need a woman to sit still sometimes.
I'll sit still on top of him when the time comes. Go ahead.
Amen. I agree with you. I agree.
Keep on being smart.
Yeah, but if there's no man there,
come on here.
I agree with you. If she don't have nobody to keep her still, she can't keep still. She got to keep moving to keep her mind going.
I'm trying to get to Jamaica's for June for my birthday. Go ahead with the list.
Girl, get your tell her groove back. Get all your grooves back.
Nah. I'm trying to bring
you don't worry yourself, Cuzzy. When you going?
June.
It's gonna be hot. Hotter than July.
I'll be a hedonism. Thank you so much.
So anyway, with your nasty self, as long as she don't have masculine. Oh my word!
Hold on. No disrespect to you. You gonna be a hedonism?
I've been to Jamaica before. Sam Stata.
Which one are you going to? One or two?
Two, baby. I like the hike level.
Wrote a song about it, like the hit go. Well, now, actually, I'm from Baltimore.
Ooh.
Radam.
DJ XL said, as long as she don't have masculine equipment, she don't have to be dainty. And Miss J says, since men are naturally pursuers and hunters, women should be on the go until the man catches her.
Bow.
Amen.
I ain't gonna argue with you, Miss J. Nope, I'm not.
Thank you, Miss J.
Me D said, you nailed it, Miss J. And DJ said, not at all. Baylana, did you hear what Miss J said? I'm not sure Bayline is still online, but
I'm
anyway.
here.
Okay. Did you hear what that comment was?
Which one?
Miss J, she says, since men are naturally pursuers and hunters, women should be on the go until the man catches her.
I think women do some pursuing as well.
They should actually, to be honest with you.
You got that right.
But listen. Miss J is right in a modern way,
Mm-hmm.
but old fashioned, because you got a lot of old fashioned guys on here like me. The woman needs to pursue the man.
Huh?
Sometimes you have to hit them in the head with a rock, even because a lot of men who are working men just have their head to the ground and they don't pay no attention to nothing else.
Right.
Right. You got to tell them what you want, how you want it. I want shit and I need you. Give it to me.
Amen.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm naturally aggressive.
So you saying what I just said, that was legit.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because that's what I'm talking about. What time you agree with me about something?
If you see something you want, ask for it. Or at least pursue for it.
Okay.
In the modern world, say shoot your shot. Is that what the young people terminology? Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot as long as you're not married.
And then DJ Excel said some men were farmers, not soldiers. And he also said, DJ Excel said, keep it a buck. If I show you interest and you want to play hide and go seek, I'm saying go get it. I'm too old for chasing. All right. So it was one. It was Brooklyn Z, and Brooklyn Z said, "Who created that natural hunter storyline? That is not what human history or the animal kingdom shows us. In the animal kingdom, women
the hunters and they bring the food. Sure,
right. So that's back to what I just said.
And still, once they get 45 and over, Brooklyn Z, they still not bringing the meat.
That's the jungle you searching though, Cuzzy.
You don't know what I'm searching for. Mind your business.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So, you want to read Miss J right there?
Bayliner, there is nothing wrong with a man who has his nose to the grind. That was what Adam was doing when Eve was presented to him. Presented meaning paraded. Adam still had to claim her. Bringing the meat, sweet mama.
And Baylana said, Miss J, I agree. So, now we're going to go to this next one on here for y'all fellas to watch out for. Y'all watch out for this. Keep an eye. Okay. You are more logical than intuitive. Yeah, you middle lady. Go ahead and say something.
Okay. I'm listening to the list.
How's that, Miss Viv?
You're more logical than intuitive?
Yes.
That stay away from women that are more logical than intuitive?
Yes.
Because logic is most of the time is reality. Intuition don't necessarily being intuitive is sometimes it's not realistic. When you're logical, it's like the reality of life. So you want to stay with a woman that is more logics than want to live in a fairyland, like in Alice in Wonderland or them fairy tale stories or whatever.
Because people always say go with your gut instinct, but a lot of times your gut instinct is usually your mental instinct trying to make you a pessimist and not an optimist to go get it. So when you're logical, you think of all the scenarios of things that may happen to play it out, so you have all your bases covered. Mm-hmm. So when people say they'd rather have a more logical person than a intuitive, because like, oh, my stomach, because some people scary. They don't have that fight or flight, especially some people that's not bred like some of us from up north. they don't have that fight or flight. They just too laid back till they don't have common sense. We need to have street common and logic, intellect.
They got spirit change. They ain't got no common sense. They got spirit change.
Brooklyn Z said intuition is dope too. Agreed at Miss J. Women are good at both. And let's go back to what Miss J said was women are both. All it brings is something of value to a relationship. Okay?
Because if you have a woman that's not thinking, nor she doesn't have common sense, y'all in a world of damn trouble.
All right. So how about this one? Like being in control.
That's me.
Huh?
That's me.
You like being in control when though?
I know when to submit. I know when to submit. And the reason why I am a single mom. So I had to raise 2 boys on my own. So I had to be mommy and daddy. So, I think that's where that comes from. But I know when to submit. I know when to put away that role, put that role to the back and submit as a woman. But I'm just used to being in the head, so that's where God had to really sit me down and teach me about the man being the head and stuff like that. So when it gets to that point, I know how to submit and I know when to submit. So I wouldn't want to take the man's role away from him.
Okay, that's definitely legit and commendable. Now, Cuzzy, do you know when to submit?
You know what?
She do.
My cousin played too much. I do.
She do.
Okay.
I don't have to always submit to your shenanigans, though.
We'll talk about this after the show, Cuzzy.
See, that control fact. You want to be in control. Go ahead.
Anyway, you are highly independent. Stay away from them, fellas.
So you want a dependent woman to say, can I use some of y'all men? Brooklyn Z, I need my rent paid. I need my rent paid. XL, can you pay the light? Brooklyn Z, you can pay the rent. Instead of me getting out here working, I'm supposed to beg, bar, steal, hustle, do whatever.
No, he just, when he uses the bathroom, he'll need you standing up peeing, and just like he is.
I may want to watch. I'm not going to stand up and pee.
Oh my goodness.
Miss J said a woman will naturally submit when a man is doing the right thing by her and God.
Right. She's not going to submit to no damn foolishness. Why am I submit to foolishness? If it's foolishness, one, I shouldn't even be with him. But 2, why am I going to submit? Because my logic going to say he going to do something stupid and I'm going to lose my whole livelihood, my home or whatever. So I'm not submitting to foolishness. No, I'm not.
Let me ask you this, Cuzzy. When you were married, were you submissive?
Yep. And I was a damn fool.
So when you were submissive, what did you submit to? What made you submissive when you got married?
So I grew up in a household with both my parents. They still together, Lord knows. Because that's what I saw most of the time. My mama's spicy, not like me, but she'll tell my dad. But it was just a natural instinct. I was a natural mother. I was a natural wife. I never wanted kids, not so far, so young. Didn't even think about, because at the time I was I was in college when I got pregnant with my son. My first year, I was going to medical school to be a pediatrician. So that wasn't my thought. Like some of my girlfriends had the kid's name picked out, they're going to get married. That was never in my training at all. Although I was raised in a 2-parent household. That just wasn't my thought. I've always been like a nurture type person who was like always trying to gather people. I guess that's what you want to say, like just try to like nurture people. Like when they down, people call me, they come to my office. Like now I could be at work and people just come to my office, sit down, because I'm a natural, I guess, healer. I'm a dream catcher, things like that. So I never had to struggle with being a wife or a mother. It just fell into place with me. I didn't have like, I need to see all these birthing books and bullshit they got on there, how to raise a child, how to. It just was a natural instinct for me. She dropped me off, baby. If the baby choke, call 911. If it get beyond it, call me later. But I was just a natural mother, although I wasn't planning to have a child at 19. It just happened. I got married. My son was 3 months. I married his father. I was a natural wife. I submitted. I, still worked, had the household, did everything, and just let him lead. That was intuitive, young, sweet mama, not logical, sweet mama now.
So what is it going to take for you when you meet a man for you to be submissive? Now, older, sweet mama, half a honey.
So it's different now. Remember, when you mature and your maturation level has increased through all the years of different things you've gone through, of course you lived, you learned, you've experienced some things. I'm not going to make the same decisions I made at 19, 20. I got married at 23 that I'm going to make at 49, 50. It's not the same. Your scope of your lifespan is now different. Everybody feel when they 20, they got all this life. Look, I say at our age, Crete, because you 3 months older than I am, that we don't still have life, but your life is different. Your trajectory is different now at 50 than I was at 20. How I look, how I feel, things I plan for is different from when I was 17 at Odell's to 50. I need to take me some, Bengay and Ramadees and try to go walk. It's different. Your lifespan should be maturing. The same crap I did when I was 20, I shouldn't be doing it at 50. If you're maturing and becoming a wiser, more evolved person. Like, I'm not somebody that's at happy hour and drinking like I used to and go to Volcano Strip Club. That's not me. Been there, done. Like, I'm not even a drinker. Like, do all that. You did all that. What is the purpose now? That was the fit in, the hang. I need this social ingestion of liquids or whatever else you do. I'm already naturally hyped. But people have to realize you shouldn't be still out here men still wearing braids and skinny jeans at 50 and talking about you got all the hoes and the women and stuff. You should be maturing to prepare yourself for a different realm of your life. Shouldn't be the same as when you're 20 to when you're 50.
Very true, cousin. Very true. Now, Baylana said we're supposed to be somewhat dependent. Would you think I agree with that or no, cousin?
Depending on you?
If you ask me what I thought about that, what do you think I would say?
We supposed to see something. The women not supposed to work. She's supposed to be in the house doing her duties, submitting to Mr. Cretology. She's supposed to be in her womanly feminine role, taking care of the household. He's the money maker, the leader, the provider.
Since your mouth so smart.
That's what you say every week. What you talking about?
So she said we supposed to somewhat submit. I agree. I mean, be dependent. I agree with that. And then we're gonna catch up. Okay, DJ XL said this is true. He said, I see more submitting to fools than real men. Absolutely. And that's what it is. And that's why a lot of times this show is important, because you can find out what's on men's mind and the women's mind. Mm-hmm. And you can hear some real stuff. I mean, because a lot of women do make that mistake and submit to the wrong guys.
Mm-hmm. I think women submit because they're trying to have that. I'm supposed to stand by my man. He wants to develop this. He wants to be this. I'm going to be right there. No matter, we talked about this before. No matter what ideas he want to come up with, I'm supposed to support every measure.
No, I mean, but see,
she'll help me.
But no. But that's when you need to make sure, and you can't make 100% sure because none of us are perfect. You're not perfect in your decision, and he's not perfect in his actions at all times. He could be this way this week, and next week he's there a different way. Now, let me ask you this. Would you rather have a man? What do you think more of a man? Would you like him to be next week this guy, and then the next week this other guy, or would you just like one solid guy that's the same from last week to this week?
People can evolve, but I'm talking about the people they just all over the place.
Okay, so but what would you rather have? Would you have a solid guy or a guy that changed?
I want somebody solid that's dependable. I don't want somebody to say this week, okay, I know I can contact Crete this week, and the next week I call him about the same issue or something different. He like, I don't know, I'm not, the changing. It's just like, listen, and I understand men go through their issues as they evolve to getting older too. They have their issues just like women do, and I get it. You just have to take people at face value. You're going to take them like that, or you're going to take them that's solid. I'm a person that likes solid people, whether they're male, female, platonic relationship, familiar relationships, professional relationship. I like solid people because...
Cuzzy, last week, you said that I'm a leopard that doesn't change his spots, but you said that like that was a negative thing. Did you or did you not?
I probably did. I'm old. I don't remember, but go ahead. But you are. Listen.
So, but is that a bad thing or a good thing?
We're going to cousins therapy. Anyway, go ahead. It can ruin relationships. It can cause strife. So now we record people like the dudes record. See this Miss Video? Yeah, men record your conversations and then pull it back out. I don't want to hear it. I ain't going to bring up none old because... we had our situation ship, but it's the book Cretology. I'm the type.
Since you brought it up,
the book Cretology.
All right, you are an exception to the rule,
but I'm not.
You are. I mean, you're.
I wasn't. Because I wasn't.
Other than it don't matter, but you're here now. It ain't where you're from. Is
right,
where
right. But we're here now on the strength of me because. I look for the bigger picture. You don't. I don't feel like I have no emotional moments. I'm going through menopause. I'm hot, flash. I have to sometimes understand who people are, and I had to realize who Crete is. I ain't gonna say you're real nice. So I have to step back and sometimes be the bigger person because I know a lot of men, but I'm gonna say you. You one of them leopards that don't change their spots. I haven't had it. And take the L.
So is that a bad thing? I'm asking you.
It depends on how I feel. That's my opinion.
Oh boy.
The situation.
Lord of mercy. Anyway.
Yep, we do need cousin therapy.
Anyway, Baylana said, can we get the likes up? Everybody, please hit the likes button. Thank y'all. Thank you, Baylana, and thank y'all for doing that. Please, we need them likes coming up before I change my spots.
Yeah.
Also, read Baylana right there. If you are new to us tonight, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button. Yes, people, please hit the subscription button right now and the like button, please. Then Baylana said, okay, no. Oh. Please support our host and Dr. Crete need a new PhD. So please hit the cash and host volunteering there Friday. Wow. DJ XL. Nope. It's cuz you want to read that one? Cuz
I can't see the memo. I don't like that one.
Okay. Nope. It's cuz the mind state given to then over decades of use what you got to get what you want. Chick will stand by a dude that beat her, cheat, and she obeys. Wow, it's a lot of truth to that. But a man trying to show her life is looked at as all kinds of weirdo ways. Yep. And Miss J said women start off independent on their families of origin. Very true. That's independence before marriage. As they grow and launch, they become independent. When they get into a relationship, they become interdependent. Okay. Baylana said y'all need cousin therapy. Oh boy, probably so. Then who's this? Excel said Crete turned state's attorney. And DJ Excel said laugh out loud. Crete going to Mama G.
Gunner.
Young Crete Gunner. Oh,
Young thug.
Oh boy. And then we have also here Baylana said investigator Crete now.
You know I gotta put up with.
And then here we go with Brooklyn Z. You're absolutely right at Miss J. Truth is men don't go through the same process, same thing for both.
Mm-hmm.
And DJ XL and that is called I'm just trying to catch up on this. That is called Stockholm syndrome. Baylana said, and then DJ XL said, then us men have to try and deal with broken women. And you know what? That goes both ways. The men have to try to deal with broken women, and a lot of women have to deal with broken men because both agendas get jacked up in a lot of these relationships today. So, here's now let's hit that list one more time. Let's hit that list. Now, judgmental, very judgmental women. That's coming from a masculine situation. How do you feel about that, Ms. Viv? A woman being judgmental when when a man first meets him.
It depends on the relationship they're coming out of. Most of the times, it goes back to their previous relationships. They weren't, or sometimes women are just naturally born judgmental. It's just in their character. Depends on the upbringing for me, and the home they were raised in, or the environment they were raised in. I don't know. Well, most of the times it goes back to the relationship they're coming out of. Maybe their ex were judgmental towards them, and they pick up that trait from them, and they start,
Right.
Women are broken.
You want to read Miss J, Kazi?
Spot on, Creed. Both men and women are broken.
Yes. It's a lot out there, but
I think it's a lot more. I think it's a lot more broken women than men. But who broke the women?
Sometimes the parents, the upbringing. So, but I get what you're saying, and I have to think about that because you know what, that may even be right. It might be more broken. You know what? I don't know. If we start going back to slavery and it's that's a hard call. It really is. Because you had men going through things in slavery, which broke them as men. But then you had women going through a lot of things during slavery that broke them as women.
Yeah, but not in this era. Not in this era.
Well, it's generational a lot of times. So you can have a guy that, or a girl, a female that the father was broken and he damaged their whole family. You see what I'm saying? So,
or if the father isn't around, remember they always say your father is typically your first love, your first impression of what a man should be. They say men should raise their daughters to already know that they're beautiful inside and out, so they don't run and look for men from the outside to have to validate their beauty. They are.
You know what? Because what you're saying just now, I mean, it's pretty deep because you said that, and I've heard that before, but it always hidden. A lot of times the father is the female's first love. So just imagine when the father breaks that daughter the wrong way, when he programs her the wrong way. You know how lethal
programmed through the mom. Let's say the mom and the dad were just she was a side piece jump off baby. So there was never no real nurtured
Love.
relationship between the mother and father. It was just a oops baby. So she didn't get that nurturing, or she may not have a clear retrospect of how the relationship between mom and dad had been created, because there's no nurturing. I always say now you have more glorified baby showers than you do weddings or community ceremonies. The baby showers are more fabulous than most weddings I see nowadays. So we're sending a message that women can be independent without the fathers. And usually, if the fathers are there, it's usually when I see most of some shenanigans, as you say, he looks like a beta. You know, a whole bunch of different things going on. A lot of kids, because I deal with children and adults, a lot of kids are not born out of love. They're born out of whatever, spite, anger, whatever. I'm just going to have kids because I have 4. I'll make number 5. I'm going to try to get child support. All these broken relationships. It was just, oops, I'm going to have it anyway because I need somebody to love. I had a friend who goes through a situation where his daughter, she's 20 plus years old now. She has low self-esteem about herself. So she feel like her parents and their relationship wasn't a bond, that she needed something to love. So she decided to have a baby, gave the boyfriend, was on his side. Now he don't want to ain't with her. The baby just turned a year. So, then she's back in the dump, smoking weed, still low self-esteem, so she didn't feel the love from within from her parents, even though she had a mother, she had a father, and then, a situation with a friend of mine. So she didn't feel loved. So a lot of time, a lot of people are chasing love from people over and over and over again, trying to find that one spark of energy. And when they get somebody that's going to put up and at least give them at least half of what they want, they will hold on that person till die in. Instead of looking for things that are brighter, they still on the darker side of life.
And another true one from you, because that's something we need to bring up later on another show and have that conversation.
And you have a lot of women that have babies thinking that they can hold on to a man, and they end up having a whole house full of babies. And the man's gone.
And they're not even in real committed. It's just we hooking up.
Yeah, and the man's still leaving.
They hooking up babies.
It's still going on to this day.
Oh,
they
of
still
course.
think they can get pregnant and have a baby and hold that man. But if the man don't want to be kept, you cannot keep him.
And you know what?
I don't want to be kept.
Simple ass men that I've dated. You know how you get to know people. Why I only have one child. I said the Lord only knew what I could bear in my pocketbook. What do I need to have a whole bunch of kids for? I'm not trying to create the Jackson 5 next week. It's nothing wrong with that. My mom and them lucky they got that one. But that's not my thing. If that wasn't the nature of what I was trying to plan in my life, then why do I have to have a whole bunch of kids? Our grandmother had 12, 7 survived. But she was from the South. That's not sweet mama. She was a stay-home homemaker. That my mom only had me. So it's not because of that, but that's just not everybody's realm to be breeders. That's not my thing.
Now, getting back on that South stuff. Now, our grandmother did look like she was from the South. I know she is, but she got the look.
Crete.
Got it!
Yes.
And your daddy looked like our grandmother. What you talking about?
He looked like from South Africa.
You're right. So you too.
So moo. So anyway, DJ XL says sometimes women break themselves, which is true, very true. Remember Eve ate the dang apple, and Miss J said, Miss Viv, read that one. Can you read that one? Oh, Cuzzy.
Where it says XL. Oh, let's keep.
No, it's Miss Viv right there.
You're right. Judgmental attitudes often come from negative past experiences.
And that, I look, very, very deep. I'm gonna leave it there, but that was very right and deep. You know what I'm saying? And then right here is this Baylana. Hold on one second. Oh yeah, Baylana said, DJ XL, yes, women do break themselves, and that's the whole topic tonight. Their minds become the devil's workshop, and they toss the good man, all because of their brokenness. Yes.
But the problem is too, we don't try to educate ourselves on being great before we try to get with people. You have a lot of people have narrow thoughts and views of life. What you supposed to do, how you supposed to submit, how you supposed to act as a woman or be a man.
Let me ask you this. Okay, Miss J said, true that, DJ XL on the broken stuff. Now, let me ask you this. Suggestions for the up-and-coming woman. Where do you suggest them to get pointers on how to be a woman?
You talking to me or Miss Viv?
I'm talking to you, and then I'm going to ask Miss Viv. But Baylana said, man, if you don't get off of us Southerners, but you know what? Again, y'all just heard my cousin. She just said, I mean, my family is from the South. Mm-hmm. Our family from the South, from the Carolinas. So, you know, but and Miss J said, excellent point, sweet Mama G. Now, and then DJ XL said, that question that I asked you, where do you suggest women, I mean, up and coming young women, to get advice from? He said Cardi B.
So on, and this is just me, you know, because you're asking me and Miss Viv. So for me, I'm in women organizations who still try to teach etiquette, try to teach women empowerment, things that nature, the debutantes. Of course, I'm in the South. But even with the children, because I work in elementary level, behavior management, and adult level, I have developed programs for them, just when we call them like little ladies of charm, because some little girls are highly abrasive as young children. So we have to model. I try to model. My abrasiveness on here is not what I display in my professional life, because they look at me as a role model for whatever, you know, because of my profession. So you always say, you know, sit a certain way. Like, you know how some people bend over and they're on tables, like, no, sit down, you know, you tell them sit down, you know. So you gotta teach them. And I tell staff when we have staff development, you're an adult, train them to be an adult. Show them how the path to be a proper adult. You can't curse in a classroom. You can't expect them not to curse if you're in there cursing. So you have to model the behavior you want. It's just like in a relationship, you have to model the behavior. There are still great youth organizations. You still have people that have mentoring programs. It's all different type of programs, but people want to have to take advantage. You can't drop little Bonquisha off to Nana house and just have her play. There's some other things growing up that we had. Development. We didn't have to develop. It's different. We used to play outside. Now you can't play outside depending on where you live. You might get killed in a drive-by, or you might be harmed in some type of way. But people have to invest in their children. And not everybody child don't need to play football or basketball. That's the thing they always run to. I am so sick because they think, oh, they're gonna be these great football stars.
Yes,
they're gonna be these great cheerleaders, and they're gonna do the pop, lock, and drop, whatever the children do. Put them in some things that's going to expand their mind. I put my son in robotics. He was in photography. He took drums. He took keyboards, t-shirt making. When I say sweet mom been working several jobs, that's why. Because it was always something to elevate his mind, because he was bored so easily. So I had to make sure he was expanding who he's going to be as an adult. We always want to put him in, if I hear one more football, but you ain't do my homework. Or I say, did you complete your assignments? Oh, no, I have a swim meet. I get it, but education should come first. Personal development, and not education just in school. Education starts at home. I'm not your mama. When I'm at work, I'm Dr. Sweet Mama. I'm not your mama. But education starts at home. That's the problem.
You know, cuz that's funny. Because I'm tired of that too. It's like they think that football and basketball is always the outlet. Like, come on, do something different. Like, seriously, like even me, I got called names by some people because of what I do. I do different stuff, and I will never change it. I would never change it. So that right there, I'm sick of that. I'm sick of, oh, he playing basketball, oh, he playing football.
And I get it that they can win scholarships because we do have family members that they go to collegiate and play. That's fine, but don't make that the end all to be all. I even encourage my kids, because I do male and females, to go and try to get into groups. What's the child name? DJ Quicksilver and some of the other DJs was doing DJ institutes for kids, teach them how to become DJs. I thought that was an excellent idea. Give them something else to do besides be on the video games. So by the time they get a certain age, they don't have any motor skills because they're all gone from doing this and they twitching, because people don't see the other medical aspect of kids being with their vision, their socialization skills. They wonder why kids can pick up a 9 and shoot an adult at 6 years old, because guess what? They're playing those games and they're getting skills.
I absolutely agree. And that's something that we're about to start doing from both of these shows. We're getting ready to start offering kids. And you remember, because we didn't already talked about that. And so we're going to really execute that. And shout outs to Miss Jade, said, it's way past my bedtime and I enjoyed this podcast. Thanks, Crete. Thanks, Sweet Mama G. Thanks, Miss Viv. Thanks, Bay Liner. Thanks, DJ XL. Good night, and God bless everyone.
Thank you. See you next time.
Hopefully you come back on, because it was great having you on the show as well. Thank you.
And then, they dropped a lot of things. Reading clubs, chess clubs. My daddy taught me how to play chess. I don't play it anymore hardly, but I play chess. I learned how to solder metal because I was the only female in the house, helping with the Volkswagen. I ain't have a choice. But, we should elevate our children to be different. Other races have their children doing so many other things to become eclectic. Like I told, I started doing golf. Women in golf. I went out to the little golf clinic and do different things. It's not, I want to go to the nail salon. I do that anyway. I want to go to the happy hour. I don't want to do all that. I did all the stuff. Y'all go, what else? Because most of your business meetings now is going to happen in golf clubs and other places, not necessarily the traditional places. I done ate myself to death. I done been to wine tasting, a wine festival, did that. What else can we teach our children? I took my son for one of his birthdays when he was 28 for the first time to talk top golf. He absolutely loved it.
Yeah, you're introducing them to something different, right. And I agree. DJ XL said that he already do that, which is what, when we were talking about showing the kids something different. And XL, that's something that, again, we're going to get to do, with some of the kids on our Brutally Honest Rap show, because DJ XL is another host from one of our shows that's on here. So we're definitely going to do that. And then he also said that I interject, there are a bunch of youth programs here, but we don't get funding.
Well, we don't get funded because it's not supported. I'm very familiar with that. It's not being supported, and it's not being supported by the parents. Y'all, the taxpayers, you say it's not enough stuff. They was closing the rec centers in Baltimore. If you want to talk about Baltimore, they was closing the rec centers because there was no parental involvement. There was no adult supervision. We had people back in the day that was at those centers and worked until they were old, and nobody in the 40-ish range go back and give back hardly now. I'm not saying that on a few, but I'm talking about, think about when we were in the 80s. That was a popular thing. They can't even go on basketball courts. You can barely go to the store without thinking about you might get killed.
And you know what's so sad about that in Baltimore? It was the female mayors that shut down all the rec centers in Baltimore. It was the female, I ain't gonna call their names, but it was the female. I remember that one community pool we had right up there on Garrison and Park Heights. When she shut that down, it was the kids. That's all the kids had, and she shut it down. They shut down everything. But I want to go back to the question you asked about where do the children learn? They're supposed to learn at home from their parents.
Yes, it starts at home.
They're supposed to learn it from, but it's such a that question. It makes me Google, because it depends on the culture
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the culture of the family. You know, like I said, I'm from a different culture. I was raised in three different cultures. So I was raised in a Caribbean culture. I was raised in a Indian culture, and then I came to America, three different cultures. And you know, it also depends on the age group of the parents, and they
Mm-hmm.
would go back to that woman or that young woman that start having babies, and she just have babies, start racking them up, they don't have time to spend with their children, to teach them or to. I was a stay-at-home mom. I did everything for my children, so I taught them everything, and they need a good church-based home. They need a good church-based home. You have to raise the children. You have to teach them how to go to church. That's another place that they need. They need to learn also about the Word of God, because that's where they get a lot of that
Yes.
from. But
Right.
I cannot leave out the church, and I cannot leave, because they have the church mothers that will help you. If you're a single mother, you have elders that are there, because I myself did not just raise my two children. I raised the whole neighborhood. Everywhere I lived, I raised children. I took them to the skating rink. I took them to church. I took them to the movies. I took them to the parks. I took them to everywhere they had to go. I'm busy taking everybody else's children around in Baltimore while everybody else going to college, doing their thing and do whatever they want. I was a stay-at-home mom that cooked and fed them and did everything. That I had one mother that went on down to somewhere to be an anchor woman. I took care of her son the whole time she was gone for 2 years. I did everything, but I didn't mind it because I loved children and I taught them. There was a lady that lived in the back of me right here. She was a foster mother, and she only took them children in for the money. I would have to take the kids, wash their hair, let them bathe over here, buy them clothes, and then she ended up having a problem with me because I was doing what she was supposed to take that money and do.
Wow.
You
It
know,
gets like that
so
sometimes.
that's a big question right there. It's like whose responsibility it is, but you know, you have some parents that's there, and then you have some that are not there, and then some are foster children. It's just but like it's an African proverb that says it takes the whole village.
Mm-hmm.
To
To
raise.
raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
It takes the whole
Well, first of
village.
all,
So
but yeah, that's good because the village now is not a village.
it's not a village anymore.
Everybody
Everybody's
is
just all
similar
about themselves.
and
Yeah, everybody's
Mhm.
about
It's just-
themselves. When I was a
Yep.
little girl, if I was disrespectful to someone, I'm going to get chastised before I get home. And when I get home, I'm going to get chastised again. You
Mm-hmm.
And
know, because you
I've
have
been
to respect everybody.
right, and I've
Now,
been a teacher where you know how you had back to school night. I had zero parents sometimes show up, but let it be a festival at the school, they gonna show
mm-hmm.
up.
Everybody
When
is
they
like
supposed
that.
to have a parent teacher conference, and I had special education. I'm a special educator background, and it would be nobody concerned
Nobody.
until I say, "Oh, this child gonna be retained," and they can't
Mm-hmm.
go to the little graduation. Or I said, "No, they will not get a ticket to go to such and such dance." Oh, they want to put me in the principal's office now, and I would show it out.
Yeah.
You had more thing about your child dressing up than about your child still reading on a kindergarten level, can't do sight words, there was his, whatever, at fifth grade. And you going to send them to middle school? Nope. But they
Yeah.
push them Baltimore because I taught originally in Baltimore City. They push them along in the system. Push them
Now,
Mm-hmm.
along.
as we end this off, we have DJ Excel say we in the schools. He said the parents get mad because we don't have space. I just wrote another grant proposal for photography and still waiting. And he said it's a rabbit hole
Mm-hmm.
because even at home, if the parents are lacking in education, how can they lead? Very true. And Baylana said female mayor was out of her mind. I think,
And
yeah,
and the one
out of her
after
range.
that one and the one after that one, they were all done. They
Now,
still lost it.
now the point that I think she's touching on here, she said the female mayor was out of her role. Now, she should not be leading. A lot of women should not be in these places, and this is no disrespect to women at all. You see what I'm saying? So
I applaud
that's
that.
very true.
They
Yes.
need to be home, taking care of them children that they have, and they're pushed out. Raise them and nurture them and nourish them and cook for them and teach them how to be women. Teach
Right.
them, like my grandmother taught me, how to wash, cook, and clean.
Yes. Yes.
My grandmother taught me that because my mother was in the States, I'm sure she was there, she would have, but my grandmother taught me, and I watch her as an example, how to wash, cook, and clean. When I came to this country, I knew how to do everything. I was 12 years old, 11 going on 12. My mother didn't have to do nothing because I knew how to do everything. And then again, we go back again to the culture. Like you were saying, because I live close to a school here where, oh my God, when it's football season, you see them show up like there's nowhere to park. But let it be a PTA meeting. I'm the only
There
one
ain't nowhere to be found.
looking stupid. Nobody
Right.
else there. But let them be for the football game, because everybody want their little boys to grow up to be
Right.
football players. You know,
Right.
they lead them in the wrong direction, or to be wrestlers, or to be everything else. I'm not gonna lie. I had my boys, they tried everything. Wrestling, baseball, or whatever, everything. But I also taught them how to treat a woman. I taught them about the word of God. I teach them love. I teach them how to cook, wash, cook, and clean. I taught them everything that I could. You know, I taught them the way I was raised is what I taught them. You know, but it's not easy. It's not easy in this era right now, because things are just going crazy and haywire. And the places that we used to have for our children where they could go and get not even recess. The kids don't get recess anymore in schools. You know, so the kids nowadays they have become so violent. I hate to say it, but especially here in
y'all
Baltimore.
school system, not mine. And y'all
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
South,
Baltimore.
plenty of recess. And if you don't give it to them, those parents will write you a nasty email. We
You
give
must be in a private. You must be in a private school, because private schools do
I'm public
provide
school.
that.
I'm
Oh,
public
that's
school.
good. That's good.
Now-
That's a blessing.
Right here, DJ XL said, "Church led me to the streets. Islam grounded me."
Yeah,
So
they-
I wanted
I'm
to
so
say something
sorry about that.
and I get it. Church has become the new business showplace, and I was raised in the church, West Baltimore. I'm a thinker. I'm not a person that needs somebody to interpret the Bible, the Quran to me. I'm highly intelligent. It's my interpretation. I don't want to hear what Joe Blow is interpreting as my pastor. I go for a fellowship sometimes and for programmatic service, and I get it. The old structure of the church, how it was. This new structure, baby,
Totally
they
different.
bop, and then everything else in the church, the respect is not there. I'm like an old church mother. I still keep the peppermints in my pocketbook, and I'm gonna give you that look over my glasses when I see you doing something crazy. You know, and I don't allow certain things when I'm around children. You're supposed to be the model. You got to get back to that. Everybody trying to show up and show out to go to church. Who gonna get a pastor more? All these birthday. I don't indulge in none of that food. I'm a service type person.
Yes.
I give all year round. I work in service projects, but I get it with the church because now I had a experience at a church I was attending in Baltimore. I was just, you know, how you go up when they say who want to join the church, you come up. This man put his hands on my shoulder. I guess he was a deacon, and he was like massaging my shoulders. That was not one appropriate, and I don't like people just to be arbitrarily touching me. I had a problem with that. And they would, you know, when they see you as a single woman and you come in, I had my son with me. Oh, she's single. I'm going to bring her in a flock. One of my girlfriends from college, she had brainwashed from a church she went to. She was giving her money to the pastor. And it's a popular church in Baltimore that's still around. Her kids was neglected, all type of stuff, to the point she ended up in Shepherd Pratt. Somebody had to take custody of her kids because she was a lonely single woman. The flock got to her, and she was doing some things because she was in desperate times. She needed help raising these kids.
I didn't help her.
And they helped her crazy sexually. I went to visit her down south. She was crazy as a bedbug. And she fled Baltimore because people taking advantage of her because she was a woman who didn't have a man in her household to lead her.
So let me ask you this.
That's why I said church mothers, because the church mothers, that, you know, the older, like I would say, like let's say Bethel AME down on Drew Park Drive, you know, the old Bethel church down here. It's more mothers in that church than it would be you know, younger folks. You'll find more mothers in there.
This is something y'all got to pay attention to too. That's why those pastors are like R&B music. They draw the women in and tell them exactly what they want to hear. That's what they do.
It's just like a pimp.
Tithes coming in and all
Pastors
that stuff.
are like pimps. Pastors are like pimps. When they get their flock, it's just like how a pimp would get a flock of people who had weak minded. You got to remember, during slavery time, Master gave African Americans, blacks, whatever you want to call, that time off to go to church to hear the spiritual word. But the word was just guiding them back to be in line for Master when they go back to work. They keep singing, like my mom church keeps singing these Negro spirituals, we shall overcome. I said, well, didn't y'all already come? Why are we still singing these sad ass songs that's not uplifting, that's going to keep you in a depressive state of mind, so you won't be encouraged to do better, to build more? Putting me back in the cotton fields.
And that's right, because that right there, they were using that during slavery. They would use that token
it's mind control
with the Bible and go and talk to that group of black slaves that's about to revolt. So you have to go calm them down, take your Bible with you.
Absolutely.
And do it. So all of that, yeah, that's true, definitely. So right here, Baylana, let's read what Baylana said here as we wind down. If
women would get back to their roles in life and stop trying to be leaders, I bet you our divorce rate would drop in this world. It might be a better place to live in.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
I mean, and that's, I mean, seriously, we have to watch out what we see and hear. And if you think about what we see and hear all the time, television ain't nothing. You don't see the Leave It to Beavers or the Cosby shows and all that stuff no more. What they want to do, they want to just keep America. I mean, with them people, housewives of Atlanta and all these different people that's broken relationship.
I don't even watch regular TV no more because it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It doesn't. It doesn't make no sense. I can't watch regular TV no more. I can't. I don't know what's going to happen to the generation that's coming up now. You see two men hugging on each other and all that. It's not right. It's not right.
Scary.
It's very, very scary.
DJ XL said a lot of new parents look at their children as investments instead of family. That's very true. So case in point, when they want to hurry up and put them in the football leagues and basketball.
At 2, they not even potty trained. All this old other stuff. It's like nurture the children to be good individuals before you make all these fake superstars and athletes. You still got to build them.
Now, DJ XL hit one on the head. He said that clown Jamal Bryant. Yes, that joker came down here and he down here clowning after he got put out of the church. So he off the chain. He said profits for profit.
That's true.
And that's very true. So
was my pastor for 14. That was my pastor for 14 years.
Yeah, he off the chain. He definitely.
That was my pastor for 14 years.
If you ever get a chance, Miss Viv, have you been to Atlanta?
I'm going to come down to Atlanta one day.
Go tour that property that he is now in charge of.
Yeah, he's in 300 acres. 300.
I went to visit twice because I couldn't believe it's got sanctuary 1 through 27. So if I lose my mama at sanctuary number 1 and I'm at 27, they're going to put me in one of them old people scooters to go pick her up because there's no way I'm walking that property. The property is ridiculous.
It's big.
I would not want to
Bishop Long, really?
It's and then now he's doing what is marijuana. He made a dispensary at the church. So now I can go get high and then go hear his sermon. I'm just flabbergasted.
You talking about the chemical weed?
Yes, it's now a dispensary at the church.
It's not regular weed. It's chemical.
It's the dispensary weed. He went and got a license.
The dispensary weed got the chemicals on it for real.
For real, my God. And get high to the Lords.
He off the chain.
I just can't do it. And the people that go there are people that's giving up all this money because Georgia got that money popping, and it's lonely ass women that's dressing up thinking they're gonna be the next one.
And DJ XL said he has a story to tell us about, I guess, Jamal Bryant later. And shout out to my son, Willie Barr's in the building. Yes, we still up going strong, son.
Yeah, it's your father's fault. I supposed to be in B again.
Well, we about to end it.
I need to eat.
I ain't ate either. I'm hungry. So Anyway, what XL said, he said, what did he
All
say?
the flocks
He said,
of listen.
all off the back of his flock.
Listen, he from West Baltimore. He grew up the street from me off of Liberty Heights and Garrison. He still is what it is.
Yeah, he a wild one.
But he's been one of the people who have regressed the thoughts of people progressing in their mind. He's trying to keep women still at bay for personal needs, not for the enhancement of anybody. And I'm a person, I visit other churches and I go around just to say, because I'm intelligent enough to interpret things for myself. I may not follow all the rules and regulations of the so-called Bible. I'm following the rules of regulation of Sweet Mama's life. Because I'm the only one that's going to have to account for anything that I have to deal with.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, it was another great one to everybody. And we really appreciate everybody in the comment section. We appreciate our host. And we'll be back again on Wednesday for the Brutally Honest Rap Show. And then Friday, we're going to be back again for this relationship show. Now, what we always do, Sweet Mama. First of all, shout out to Miss Viv. Thank you so much.
Hanging in with us.
Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. We really appreciate it. And shouts out to our other host, which is DJ XL in the building. Shouts out to my son, Willie Barr. Shouts out to Bayliner. Shouts out to my big sis, Leslie. Shouts out to Miss J. Shout out to, help me out, brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law, Bayliner.
Shout out to me.
Miss J. Casey, the best something. I can't remember.
Best ever. Yeah.
Best ever. Dougie came in for a minute. Brother-in-law. Brooklyn Z.
Yeah, Brooklyn Z. I think that if we missed y'all, please.
We love y'all anyway. Please make sure you come back in. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a foe to make sure you share this podcast. Make sure they sign up. So whenever we come on, even if we had technical difficulties, you will see that we are on live and popping. Thank you, Miss Viv, for coming in to be our special guest and all our other guests. We love the accents. We got to bring you back home with your accent and our subject matters. Thank you.
I just came back home. I just came back. I was just home. I just got back.
Look, now you about to get somebody that's going to be wanting to go with you. Look at her. Look at her.
Where you from, Miss V?
I ain't going no heathen.
Where you from? What parish? Where are you from?
I'm a country girl, Clarendon.
Where is it?
Clarendon. I'm from the south part of Jamaica. I'm from the belly of Jamaica. Yeah, but I was raised in 3 parishes. So I was raised in Kingston, which where my daddy was. My daddy was a promoter up there. He promoted artists and different things like that. So, but I was from the belly, it's hot down there.
The bush.
I've come from the bush. No, I spend a lot of time.
I know about the bush. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
No, Trelawney.
Bush in the bush.
Most of my friends are Caribbean. Get out of here, Crete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys can follow me at Bella Mirage because I have my own teachings. I have my own channel. And I do teach on a spiritual path and a different level.
Can you spell it for us, Miss Viv, so we can get it correct?
Yeah, Bella, Bella, Mirage, Maragh.
Oh, that's you're using the Spanish term. Okay, Indian term. Okay.
No, my last name is Mirage, but
I was gonna say that's okay.
Yeah, my last name is over 7,000 years old. So I have my dad's name.
That's familiar. Yes, man.
Yeah, and my
Simply 10 Art. I think we may have forgotten.
Sorry, Simply 10.
Simply 10 Art. Good night, Simply 10.
Yeah, XL, send us some of that money. Send us some of your good money.
He said he gonna send us a cash app.
Yeah. Send mine via Zelle. Come on through. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Thank you to our executive producer, Crete, and the School of Crete.
Thanks for the
part.
Thank you.
The Book of Crete.
You're always welcome to come on, Miss Viv. Always welcome to come on the show.
Yeah, we're gonna hit you
whenever
up.
Whenever you guys are ready, just hit me up.
All right.
Okay. Are you in Atlanta? You said you're in Atlanta?
Who?
You were in Atlanta?
I'm in the South, but not Atlanta. I frequent Atlanta.
Oh, when y'all coming home?
Oh my goodness.
When y'all coming up to Baltimore?
I never tell people when I'm not home.
What?
I'm black. We don't tell people that.
Give her my number.
She gonna text you.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't tell black people. We don't tell people when we're not home. That's when people break in your shit. No ma'am. No ma'am.
Nah, I love you guys. God bless you.
Thank you. See y'all Wednesday at 9:00. Brooding Honest Rap Show. We're gonna see who our surprise guests will be, along with our DJs Excel, Trelly Trail, my cousin Crete, Southside Doughboy, Community KP maybe, and special guests.
And yourself. Did you put yourself in there?
I'm not DJ. I'm the hostess with the most. I got my own category, Sweet Mama Ship. So thank y'all for coming in and good night.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Oh my goodness. 2 hours past my break. Thank you.
Come on, man.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
We really appreciate everything, and we are out of here.
Boom. Bye.
Yeah. 1, 2. I don't know how to rap for nothing at all.